Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Real Review, and we just got to see Shazam super early. That might be a good sign. Let's see what the audience thinks.
It was a great movie, great action. I had a lot of fun. Great comedy, too, as well.
Same. Yeah, it was just great.
I thought it was very good. I think it's one of the better DC movies, surprisingly, and I think that they can keep on going with it, and maybe they can turn DC around.
There are a few moments where it's like, wait, how did she know that? You know, it's a movie thing. It's a movie thing, but overall, it's a good time.
Way better than Captain Marvel.
You say it was better than Captain Marvel?
It was way better than Captain Marvel.
It was not better than Captain Marvel.
I think it was way better than Captain Marvel.
You guys
Yeah.
are out of your mind.
It was very entertaining, humorous, a little kid-friendly for my taste, but I'm probably not exactly the target audience, but I was thoroughly entertained.
Who do you think the target audience was?
I'm going to say parents with children, and probably younger teenagers.
But I loved it. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
Way better than I expected. The preview made it kind of look a little hokey. It was pretty cool.
It had a twist at the end where like there was like
Don't
I
give
don't
away
want to
the
say it, but like it was just good overall.
It was okay. I mean, it was too long, but there was some fun scenes in there. It was a lot of, it was hard judging, what crowd they were aiming at.
Oh, I loved the movie. I just thought it was very quirky, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
I think it's better than all the Avengers and stuff. I like DC better, in my opinion.
I love the kids.
I think it was great.
It was great. Yeah. I mean, I would say Aquaman, and this one is definitely on top.
It doesn't compare to Aquaman.
Hands down, best DC movie. Had a little bit of corny dialogue within it, but you know, it's a great step up. I loved it.
Best? It's better than Wonder Woman?
I think so.
I like Wonder Woman better, but I would put it right under Wonder
definitely
Woman.
better than
I would say it's
Aquaman.
100% better than Aquaman.
I think Aquaman and Wonder Woman was better, but it's a good third movie.
Oh, it was good. A little bit of the comedy was a little bit off, but it's much better than DC's ever done. So,
I think it was like a 4 out of 5. Like it could be better. I like how it ended. I can't say it, but I liked how it ended.
Not Wonder Woman level, but the best so far. It was really cute and really funny, and almost family friendly. Like 10 and up, probably. It was really good.
It was scarier than I expected. There was a lot of funny parts, and I recommend it.
On a level of hate and utter hate, it goes even further because it was so horrible. Like it was trying to be Deadpool, but trying to maintain a PG-13 rating and also making a villain that literally had no motivation. Like I don't understand why does Hollywood hate Mark Strong? I love him. I want to hold him in my hands and cradle him. Like, I'm sorry that people hate you so much. You are a great Sinestro, but Hollywood hates you.
Hey, it was great. I'm a fan. That's dumb. It's dumb. Don't even air that. Don't even air that. No, it's solid. And here's what I like about it. It is distinctly a DC movie. Well, the humor, and it has its own humor, which is what it really needs. It doesn't need to copy Marvel. It needs to have its own voice for once. Yeah, exactly right.
What did you guys think, too? Did you guys like it, too?
I did really like it. It was really fun and vibrant, and it was a lot more fun than a couple of the dark superhero movies I had seen previously. So I like to look over at my son and see his eyes wide and enjoying it the whole time.
what'd you give it? What'd you rate it?
100.
As a Captain Marvel fan, at his original name, that is, I really enjoyed it. I got all the references if you read the comics and all that stuff. Personally, it was one of those movies I needed to keep my faith up. Overall, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
I think the Shazam movie is actually good. Very straightforward, has nice humor. Definitely among the top DC films, as far as I can see.
I liked it. It was fun. It was very cheesy. I'm still looking for the wisdom of Solomon like this. Like, where'd that wisdom go? And Achilles' courage, because he was kind of a wuss most of the movie. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. I hope they make a sequel.
So much cheesy goodness. Like, oh my goodness. The whole time it had me laughing.
I liked it more than I thought I would like it, in all honesty, but it was totally cheese-tastic.
It could have been half an hour shorter, and for DC it was pretty good, but for Marvel it would have been a trash movie.
Well, there you have it. Mostly positive. A lot of people debating where this film will go in the DC order of things, arguing whether it's better than Wonder Woman and Aquaman. But clearly it's better than a lot of the other DC movies. But there were definitely a lot of negatives this time, and some people didn't want to talk to me that weren't crazy about it. And I got to join that camp. I was not crazy about the film. I think my biggest disappointment with the film is the trailers sell it as this kind of fun, high school-y movie. It's kind of big as a superhero movie, and that's true. But the problem is, once those scenes are over, they become annoying high school kids. And that's where I was sort of frustrated. I didn't really like the characters once they start becoming annoying high school kids. I like the sort of initial discovery scenes that we see Shazam and his friends do, but then it becomes this weird movie. It has its ups and downs. It did win me back at times, but there's just an overall feeling in the movie that it doesn't really know who its demographic is for. I think one of the people, Gil, said it the best of, it's like a PG-13 Deadpool. It really did feel like that in a way, of it like wants to go balls out all the way, but it can't. And I wish it had a little bit more guts to go there a little harder. Instead, there's a lot of scenes where the friend who's supposed to know all the superhero tricks ends up doing the dumbest things you could do, and it's almost not fun. It's more frustrating because you're like, come on, why shouldn't we know this already? And they fall in some of those traps that just frustrated me as a viewer. Surprisingly, in a DC movie, the final act actually saves the movie in a weird way. I don't want to spoil it, but it does really get better. But overall, it's definitely too long. It could have been a lot stronger. It's funny in parts, but you've seen the funniest parts, and I think overall, not my favorite. Wonder Woman for me is definitely better, but I wasn't a huge fan of Aquaman either. I wish Aquaman had been almost more silly. I know that seems crazy, but it took itself too seriously in spots. This one does that too to an extent because there's serious moments. There's a lot of backstory. The movie doesn't really get going. Shazam doesn't really get going until he finally turns into Shazam. There's a lot of setup, which was frustrating for me. But overall, I'd say it's a pass. It's good. Mark Strong is an interesting villain, but I actually liked his monster cronies better. The 7 Deadly Sins looked pretty menacing and scary. It felt like characters from Ghostbusters or Gremlins in a weird way, and that was kind of cool. I liked that visual. But again, it was this weird, like, overly scary part in this silly high school superhero comedy. So mixed genres didn't help the film. I think a better direction and a clearer tone of the script would have helped it sell it in one way or the other. Instead, it's a little bit of a jumble for me. So Shazam is a was-bam? That's terrible, but that's what I said, so I gotta own it. What do you think? Are you gonna see Shazam? Are you excited for it? Do you think you're gonna love it? Is it gonna be the best DC movie? Put all that stuff in the comments below, and stay tuned for a lot more fun videos coming, including the return of Nerd Wars! I can't wait to bring Season 2 to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome weekend.